The financial service industry is under pressure to evolve and deliver, not just from its customers, but also from the regulators and new disruptive players. The reimagination of service delivery is looking at both the use of AI and optimised reality in order to transform their propositions. But it also touches on the ESG agenda, where there is pressure to build ethical supply chains. At the same time, banks are trying to protect their infrastructure, but they're discovering it's not always fit for purpose in order for them to support their customer needs. Financial services is entering a period of unprecedented change, where we've seen digital adoption accelerate exponentially. Service delivery and customer needs have been at the front of banks and financial institutions' minds for years, but there's pressure to create effective ways to respond to their needs.
Financial institutions need to embrace the change that digital brings. They also need to still provide a personal touch to their customers and clients. This is challenging in the environment where you want to try and get away from high-touch processes. We need to embrace the ecosystem, provide services that support the needs of individuals as well as the growth and aspirations they have.
One thing we've seen really accelerate in the past 12 months is financial services and banks learning from what retailers do really, really well. That customer-centric thinking starting to seed more rapidly into financial services. Many customers really don't want a payments experience at all. They don't. Payments is just an enabler for them to do the things they want to do at a time that suits them. I'll give you an example. So a lot of the big tech firms have moved into payment space where they've got a strong technology proposition. And the reason they're doing that is they recognise that there's a huge opportunity in the data value.
Payment is a fundamental part of the interaction, but it shouldn't be the most prominent part of it. You know, we are starting to see those transactions, the payment element, starting to become part of that overall experience.
Customers care about payments, and it's difficult because it's not always kind of front of mind, but they care deeply about payments when it doesn't work. And the regulators will care deeply about it if it doesn't work as well. And so that's normally kind of like from an operational point of view where the regulators, would step in.
Partnerships is a big part of what I'm doing at Silicon Valley Bank. If you think about separate entities solving different parts of a problem or a value chain and bringing those partners together, or bringing the entities together that are solving the different parts, you get a better outcome.
Those who've been successful are the ones who have really thought about and addressed these distinct points and can therefore leverage the benefits that ecosystem partnerships can provide more effectively.
On the other side, we have interesting developments on the technology side. Those started well before the pandemic, but in many ways, I think they have accelerated. And I think there's very good evidence now for a trend in financial services that sees banks transfer a lot of their technology estate into cloud, transfer a lot of on-premise deployments into cloud-native technologies.
There's definitely a trend whereby financial services organizations start moving away from one approach fits all into more decentralized, more client need specific ecosystem.